A familiar product disappears from shelves. Then another. Suddenly, factories in Michigan, dairy farms in Wisconsin, and vineyards in California shut down without notice. But here's the surprising twist. It's not because of inflation, AI, or even China. It's Canada. Yes, our friendly neighbor to the north has quietly banned, blocked, or boycotted several American products. And the consequences are already hitting specific U.S. states hard. Today, we'll break down the 10 American products Canada just rejected and what it means for your state, your job, and your economy. Number 1. American distilled spirits. Jack Daniel's and Jim Beam are disappearing from Canadian bars. Tennessee distilleries are laying off workers faster than they can fill shelves. Why? In early 2025, Canada didn't just raise tariffs on U.S. whiskey and bourbon, they removed them from liquor stores entirely in major provinces like Ontario, Quebec, and British Columbia. The reason? A mix of political retaliation and rising nationalism. Kentucky and Tennessee relied heavily on this export pipeline, which is now bone dry. This isn't just about liquor, it's a warning of what happens when trade ties break, and the economic hit could last for years. Number 2. American wine and beer. California vineyards and Oregon breweries are struggling. Canada didn't just tax American wine and beer, they made it almost untouchable. Provinces like Quebec now only stock Canadian-made alcohol. Some even preemptively banned new U.S. imports before any backlash. 85% of U.S. alcohol exports to Canada vanished nearly overnight. Now, West Coast wineries and breweries are cutting workers and canceling shipments. Local economies are already feeling the pressure. Number 3. Netflix subscriptions. Netflix is losing thousands of Canadian subscribers every month. What started as quiet frustration over price hikes and lack of local content turned into a national boycott. Canadian lawmakers demanded Netflix support local creators, but the company refused. As a result, Netflix halted original productions in Canada, slashed marketing budgets, and started losing market share to Canadian platforms like Crave and CBC Gem. This isn't just a culture war, it's economic. Every cancellation means less revenue flowing to California. Number 4. Disney Plus memberships. Yes, even Disney got hit. Subscriptions dropped sharply in provinces like Ontario and Alberta after Disney refused to meet Canada's demands to create more local content. Prices went up, but features stayed the same. In response, grassroots campaigns urged Canadians to cancel Disney Plus and support local. The result? Canceled projects, lost revenue, and layoffs in U.S. production studios. Disney's streaming empire took a major hit. And Canada made its point clear. If it's not local, it's not welcome. Number 5. Spotify Premium. Spotify is bleeding Canadian subscribers. Artists are pulling their music, lawmakers are demanding more visibility for Canadian content, and new local platforms like Stingray are rising. Spotify didn't act fast enough, now it's losing ad revenue, staff are being reassigned, and its New York ad hub is feeling the squeeze. This isn't just about streaming, it's about reshaping the digital economy, and Canadians are doing it one cancellation at a time. Number 6. U.S. apples. Washington State's apple industry is crumbling. For decades, Canada bought nearly half of their exports, but in 2025, Canada introduced new food safety inspections and stricter labeling laws. Then, local grocery chains stopped selling U.S. apples entirely. The outcome? Apples left to rot, prices falling, workers laid off, and orchards shutting down. This isn't just about fruit. It's a broader sign of what happens when trust in trade evaporates. Number 7. Philadelphia cream cheese. Once a fridge staple, now it's disappearing from Canadian shelves. Why? Because it's not locally made. Owned by Kraft Heinz, this American dairy product became a target of Canadian labeling laws and local first campaigns. Sales dropped 18% in early 2025. As a result, Pennsylvania plants are reducing production, and jobs in New York and Ohio are disappearing. If something as basic as cream cheese can be boycotted, what's next? Number 8. Hellmann's mayonnaise. A TikTok trend, Trade frustration and food labeling laws combined to take down one of America's favorite sandwich spreads. Canadian egg producers accused Hellmann's of unfair pricing due to U.S. subsidies. In response, stores gave prime shelf space to Canadian-made mayo. Sales dropped 15%, and the ripple effect reached all the way back to farms, truckers, and packagers. Number 9. Coca-Cola. Coke isn't flying off the shelves anymore. Canadian activists labeled it a foreign sugar bomb. The government gave grants to promote local drinks. As a result, Coca-Cola lost 12% of its Canadian sales almost overnight. This impacted everything from corn syrup producers in Iowa to bottling plants in Michigan. Coca-Cola paused ad campaigns, canceled sponsorships, and scaled back operations. Number 10. Americano Coffee. The name Americano is being removed from menus in favor of Canadiano. Cafes are switching to beans from Central America or Africa instead of U.S. distributors. Why? Because even a coffee name has become a symbol of protest. The change is already costing California, Oregon, and Washington millions in lost revenue. Small coffee exporters are losing contracts. Roasters are shutting down. This isn't just symbolic anymore, it's economic. What we're seeing isn't just random boycotts. It's a coordinated shift in Canadian buying behavior, from liquor and food to tech and media, and it's delivering serious blows to U.S. states. The message is clear: if it's not local, it's not welcome. And if Canada can trigger this kind of change quietly, what happens when other countries follow? Your state could be next. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the economic shakeups no one else is talking about.